good? Wanted to chop it up with you guys today, but I think I might constantly talking about relationships on here, so it kind of makes no sense to actually put it on Katie's Empire because over there we're doing something a little bit different. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys today about dating older versus dating younger. And listen, this is, kind of speculation or whatever, just based on the things that I've maybe seen growing up or seen on social media. And so just take everything that I say with like a grain of salt, all right? So, guys, young men out there, young men, you're in high school, going to college or whatever, and oftentimes we see, a lot of younger guys talking about like dating older women. Same thing goes for younger women talking about dating older guys. So I believe, again, I may be wrong, but I believe most of the time younger women date older guys because sometimes older guys have a better sense of what's going on, right? For the most part, that's what it seems like they think. Stability, they already got money, already got a job, maybe already got a car or whatever. The only thing is, for some of those younger women, is I don't think they understand how those men's brain operate. They're a little bit more on the controlling side for, good reason or whatever. You're older, you should have, with age should come wisdom, right? So they may try to control them a little bit more. And I think the same thing actually applies for younger guys looking to date older women. A lot of those guys looking at it like this, like these women are a little bit more experienced. They kind of have a sense for what men want to a certain degree. And so it's some things that they may be better at, some things that those younger guys may feel that, it's a little bit easier just to chop it up or get with, an older woman. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was guilty at one point. I was honestly guilty at one point when I was younger. One of my very first older women that I was talking to back in Rock Hill, South Carolina or whatever, even though she had children, it was like, you got to take the good with the bad, man. It's not going to be all good. I don't want you guys out here believing that, just because I'm dating an older woman, just because I'm dating a younger woman, just because I'm dating an older guy, just because I'm dating a younger guy, that everything is going to be completely smooth. No, it's going to be good and bad that comes along with both. You just got to kind of figure out, what you're willing to deal with and whatnot. So when it comes to, like my situation from 10 plus years ago, this is a while ago, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this, I will say I do not, or I have not chosen a woman based on age in a very, very, very long time. Not on the dating scene right now, but I'm just saying, I'm just speaking from past experiences. But, I was looking, honestly, scouting to deal with older women. And I got with this older lady, like I said, she had children, but she had her own place. Not sure if she had a car now. I know I had a car, so it was easy to go over there or whatever. And with that older woman, it was a little bit easier, if you know what I mean, easier access because, she knew what she wanted. Now, you got to also understand this. With age comes experience in all areas. All right? In all areas. Not just with cooking, not just with cleaning, not with just understanding a man, but also sex, trauma. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Some of these younger women out here getting bust down more than the older women, but you know, just understand that, man. So they got a little bit more trauma that they're dealing with, man. You know, it may seem like it's easier access. She may seem like she know what she want the whole nine, but again, you got to take the good with the good, the good with the bad, or whatever. And this particular young lady, she was a handful, man. She was a handful, but she was a lot better at disguising that thing. A lot better at disguising that thing. Because listen, them older women, she wasn't a cougar. Don't get me wrong. Like I mean, at the time I wasn't necessarily looking to date a cougar. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 20 something. An older woman to me was like 30 something. They got to be a cougar to be in like your 40s, right? Something like that. Anyway, so you know, she was really nice looking young lady, man. Again, she has some good things about her, but also some other things, man. You know, over the years I started talking to, you know, older women. And it just seems like, you know, this may be like my comfort zone. But one thing that I did not pay attention to over time is when some women, some older women, when they get older and they've had dealings with certain type of men, you got to understand, sex is a soul tie. And when they have sex with certain type of guys, those certain type of guys become a part of them, whether they want to believe it or not. All right? And so if a young lady gets with a man with mental issues, it's going to affect her. It's going to affect her, especially the more time she spends around that guy. And this could, of course, go for younger women as well, but they just have less years, so they're somewhat less likely to encounter that. You know what I mean? Like if you spend 50 years on this earth, you're more likely to encounter a guy with a mental issue versus if you're 20, 21, you know, you just started having sex like 3 years ago, and you're honestly taking care of yourself. You're not out here just sleeping with people just to be sleeping with them. You know what I mean? Regardless if you're in a relationship or not, that don't mean a mother-loving thing. If you're jumping from bed to bed, understand that, you know, you can run into certain type of people. And just understand if that young lady has slept with a guy that has a mental issue, has a temper problem, or whatever, they become a part of who they are, whether they want to believe it or not. And so those older women, again, you know, these women, some of these women had children. I dealt with, you know, let me see. I dealt with this with one lady in particular, man, really cool, man, and she didn't have any children or whatnot, man. And she was, I don't know, it just seemed like she was sweeter, she was less manipulative, and I don't know, man, it's so freaking crazy now that I think about it or whatever. But same thing goes for, you know, I've dated when I was in high school or whatever. I dated two women that were around about my age. Well, I'm just gonna say this, we were in the same grade, so I'm not sure, you know, exact. But with those women, I would understand why somebody would date up, and I would understand why somebody would date down when it comes to age. It seems like younger women again have less people that they have soul ties to. And it seems like younger women or women that are the same age as you, which I recommend for a lot of guys. You know what I mean? I recommend that a lot of guys should probably date someone their age and maybe have a similar background to them, because there's a lot of things that those women tend to understand a little bit more better than a young lady that's a little bit older and may come from a different background or whatever the case may be. So those younger women, let me ask you something, guys. Have you ever have a young lady, an older lady, if you have dated an older lady, have she ever said to you, or gave you like full submission? Like, what do you want? What do you want me? What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? How can I make your life easier? How can I make your life easier? What can I do for you? I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the first times I heard this question, I was just like, what? What do you mean? Like, what does that mean? Whatever you need from me, I'll do it. No questions asked. You know, I made the decision to give myself to you, and with that, I'm giving you all of me. Whatever that looks like in your eyes, you tell me, and I will do it. I'm not saying that, older women would not do that, but you just got to understand this. An older person in general, let's just take women and men out of it for a second. They already feel like they know better because they've been here longer. So I'm not saying anything bad against older women or older men, but the fact that they've been on this earth longer, a lot of them are going to feel like, I understand, you may feel like you know a lot or whatever, but I'm older than you. So I honestly feel like maybe we should go my way. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be that direct. It may not be with force, but it's almost kind of like implied in most situations, which is completely understandable. Like, listen, I've been playing this game a lot longer than you. When I say game, I mean like life. I know, trust me, this is probably the best way to go. It's a little bit harder to follow somebody that's younger than you. Supervisors. Think about a younger supervisor. You're just like, man, this little young 18, 20-year-old mofo, what can you tell me? You can't tell me a mother-loving thing that I don't already know. Same thing goes for relationships, man. Same thing can be applied to relationships. All right, we're all good. But yeah, it just seems to me, man, again, based on different things, and I'm gonna say this, guys, you also can do the people that you date, male, female, older, younger. Who you date, pay close attention to not only the things that they say, but how they're moving. You have to choose them based on a lot of different things, man. You know what I mean? Like, I would say now, pay attention to their past, because their past can honestly tell you a lot about a person's future. And if a person has a habit of doing things, whether it's, sleeping with a lot of different men, sleeping with a lot of different women, whether it's whatever type of old habits that, you know what I'm saying, that people deal with, they gotta slow down there. But yeah, they got a habit of anything, whatever that may look like, man. I'm not gonna go through and break down every little doggone thing, you know what I mean? Because everybody has their doggone their things that they struggle with, and it's gonna be different from person to person. What I always say though is you have to choose, you know, what things you are willing to put up with and what things you aren't. All right? And understand this, nobody is perfect. You're not going to find that perfect person. There's going to be some things that, you know, you're going to feel like, man, listen, good grief, bro. Shouldn't be having this doggone issue dealing with, you know, this type of person. But what can you deal with, and what are you not willing to put up with? You got to go through it, man. You got to go through it and honestly see what you can and what you can't. Try to try to have a conversation with that person, and hopefully y'all can get to some type of solution or whatever. And understand this, man. You definitely got to practice discipline. Ladies, don't open your legs for any freaking guy just based on the things that he may have. All right, fellas, do not be out here smashing chicks just because she got a big butt, just because, you know, she's moving some type of way and you just feel like, yo, bro, I just need to smash. I'm telling you right now, that's a lot unwanted, unneeded trauma in both of y'all lives. And I'll promise you, you would be a million times better off without even doing that. The best thing for you, man, whether you're going to date an older man, an older lady, fellas, women, if you're going to date a older guy or a younger guy, understand this. You need to pay close attention to how people are moving. You need to vet them correctly. And whatever outcomes you want in life, you make sure that you talk to them about that. And again, if these people are not moving in a manner that you see fit, that you would, if you want to be married, you know, you want a long-term relationship, you want to, whatever you want, you talk to them about that. And again, pay close attention to how people are moving. Don't just be out here busting people down, getting bust down, and thinking that, you know, everything gonna be okay. That ain't it, man. That is not it. Don't be out here trauma bonding, jumping from one bed to the next, man. Again, a lot of y'all are causing so much harm to yourself, the people around you, you know, your babies, your family, your I ain't gonna say your friends, but because understand this, man, that stuff, honestly, it affects you. It affects you, man. A lot of y'all just looking at the what's the name size right now because in the beginning, it may seem good, it may feel good, it may look good because you're only looking at the positive side of things. You're not looking at the overall. Like, was this a great decision to get with this person? And a lot of y'all, if you honestly sit back, you can kind of see that thing in the beginning. In the beginning, you can tell exactly. Yo, am I tripping? The hell? My bad, y'all. But yeah, you can see that thing in the beginning, man. How things are going to go. And if most of those relationships seem or feel like one of those past relationships where things didn't work out, start on the wrong foot, man. Because listen, the dating market today is trash. And we have been saying this for a while now. The dating market is trash, man. You got to be careful. A lot of people are just out to get what they want to get, and they're going to keep it moving. They're going to keep it pushing. Again, if that's the outcomes that they want in life, just sleeping with different people, then cool. If that's what y'all are out to get. But the ones that honestly want to be in a healthy, committed relationship, and you gotta understand this, man. There's a certain type of way that you have to move. And before you start doing anything else, you need to honestly focus on yourself. All right? You need to focus on your doggone self, and you need to get your life together, because what that's going to do is that's going to give you clarity on a lot of different things, and also open up your options as well. You know what I mean? You'll get a lot more better options if you're one of those doggone people that are honestly out here working on yourself. Seriously. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, guys. I gotta get the heck up out of here, man. Knock this stuff out for today. We're gonna get a workout in a little bit later on. But yeah, man. Dating older and dating younger, there are pros and cons on both sides of the spectrum. I've had a run-in or two with a lady, young lady that's my age, and I've had a run-in or two with a young lady that was, a little bit older. And I would say, great women, both sides, man. But there are going to be some pros and cons on both sides of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Younger women, you may have to tell them a little bit more, explain to them a little bit more, what's going on. Sometimes it does feel like you didn't know this or whatever. But again, just based on my experiences, man, it's been good. It's been good and bad on both sides. It's not, all negative or all positive on either side. It's gonna be certain drawbacks here and there. But anyway, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.